¿Cómo te preparas para un personaje como este? Alguien que alegadamente abusa sexualmente de sus hijos. Ha tenido que ser bastante difícil o retante.
A ver, es un personaje del que se ha demostrado muchas cosas y otras no se han podido demostrar, y la serie tiene que ser fiel a lo que es legalmente demostrable, o se ha demostrado legalmente. Entonces, hay cosas que sí se saben y cosas que no se saben. Aún así, la serie lo que intenta es recrear unas situaciones donde sabemos que pudieron pasar, pero no estamos seguros de que pasaran, para que el espectador pueda sacar su conclusión.
En cuanto a actuar, por ejemplo, con Nicholas y con Cooper en escenas muy difíciles, ¿cómo se prepararon? ¿Cómo fue la dinámica antes, ¿no?, de grabar?
Pues mira, nos conocimos el mismo día que rodábamos las escenas, igual que con Chloe, que hace de Kitty, hace mi mujer, y yo creo que lo más importante era entender que es una ficción y que los cuatro tenemos unas familias maravillosas que nos quieren, que nos protegen y que estábamos jugando a hacer algo que no somos nosotros.
Que cuando ves estos casos dices gracias a Dios, ¿no?
No, por supuesto. Y también la importancia de hacer en este caso una serie que habla sobre las consecuencias de cuando no se da a los hijos aquello que necesitan, que es atención y amor incondicional. Y cómo el trauma no se queda solamente en esa víctima, sino va por generaciones.
Revictimizar, ¿no?
Claro, entonces es un asunto importante, más allá de que mataron o no mataron a sus padres, es el asunto de dónde viene todo esto, ¿no?
Bueno, tú no estabas en Estados Unidos en ese momento, pero hace 30 años la opinión pública son dos psicópatas culpables de todo, y 30 años después la opinión pública cambia, empieza a cambiar y se empiezan a saber otras cosas. ¿Cómo ves ese proceso, no? En que las cosas que se veían a veces un poco normales ya no son como antes.
Bueno, los tiempos han cambiado y ahora hay más información, más acceso a la información, pero es verdad que también hay una especie de situación difícil de concretar en términos legales, que hace que la cosa no se pueda mover en una dirección o en otra. Y yo creo que la serie no pretende que se mueva en una dirección u otra, lo que pretende es contar una historia y humanizar a todos esos personajes, a las víctimas, a los victimizados, a todos, para entender que más allá de las acciones y de consecuencias terribles que podemos cometer, hay una raíz basada en el dolor que viene pues del maltrato, ¿no?
Dominic Dune was one of the investigative reporters, and he was so tough towards the Melendez brothers, but then he switched. He kind of changed a little bit his ideas, and now we know that he could identify with Lyle much more than we ever imagined. How was it to play him?
Well, I don't. Have you seen this? Because you're talking in a way.
No, but I've done my research.
Well, you know, Dominic, he didn't publicly say that,
No.
but yes, I think he was
Personally.
I think he was very much affected by Lyle's testimony, and having been a victim of abuse himself. His father used to beat him mercilessly when he was a kid, and call him a sissy, and so I think on that level he could relate. Look, it starts with the writing, and the writing was sensational. I just, and then, I talked to his son, Griffin Dunn, who's a lovely man and who's written this phenomenal memoir called The Friday Afternoon Club, all about his childhood, and Dominic is a big part of that, obviously. And then just the general research and looking at videos of him being interviewed, and it's just exciting to play someone who's that complicated, and then also how he fits into this story. It's yet another point of view on what happened.
So, Nicholas, tell me how difficult or challenging it was to get under the Lyle Melendez skin.
It was incredibly difficult. There's a lot of research that's involved with the process, It's a complicated character who had a very unique upbringing, and you want to go for it while at the same time respecting the truth of what happened. And it's a big job, and I feel really, really grateful that they trusted me with it.
Paul, how many hours of depositions did you watch in order to get under the skin of this prosecutor?
Well, I watched a lot of the first trial. The second trial wasn't televised, so that doesn't exist. I read a lot of the transcript, but mostly I just spent a lot of time with the script. I had a lot of words to say, so I had a lot of work to do.
Now, he was a deputy district attorney, he was the prosecutor of the case, but he was also known by being tough but fair at the same time.
Yeah, he was known as being tough and fair, but he was he's described as a bulldog, so I really leaned into that. He really goes after them, so it was fun, acting-wise.
About 30 years later, the opinions about this case are shifting a lot, and I mean, it's just unbelievable how much the popular opinion has shifted.
Yeah, I mean, and the writers do a brilliant job of demonstrating that. In fact, the show starts with kind of TikTok talking about it, and maybe I'm not supposed to, maybe that's a spoiler, but about like how we receive information like that now as opposed to how we received it then. I think we have a much different relationship to these kinds of crimes and this kind of abuse.
Plus, not that we like it, but what was acceptable back then is not anymore right now.
I think that's absolutely right, and I also think that the way that we understand what abuse makes people do is much different. I think it was shocking to me because I remember it so well that I didn't think our attitudes about that had changed so much, and I realized that, wow, it really has. And Ryan and the writers do such an incredible job of dealing with the sexuality and the sexual abuse and the intergenerational abuse, and I think we all see that much differently now, and this is going to really contribute to that too, because it is really it's really incredible.
I mean, it's super difficult. It's a very sad, heartbreaking story, and it took a lot of work, a lot of research. I watched those YouTube videos of the trial nonstop, and not only did that help me sort of get his voice and his cadence and the way that he moves around with his body, but
language, yes.
yeah, but also just it helped to deepen my empathy and understanding for him.
Isn't it interesting how the public opinion has changed over 30 years? They were 100% the villains at the beginning, and now we see it in a total different way.
Super interesting. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's crazy how times change and how people change and how the world changes.
Thank you so much, and enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Thank you.